Hey, good morning. My name is Troy White. I'm your Public Works Director here in the town of Queen Creek. Coming to you on Facebook Live here in Queen Creek. We are at Fruitlandia here on the northeast corner of Ellsworth and Ocotillo Road. We're going to get a heat wave, and this is the best place to come and cool down, is Fruitlandia. It's one of my favorite places. One of the reasons why is they have real fruit in their drinks, real fruit in their drinks. It's a great place to come and cool down. As a matter of fact, my wife's favorite drink here is the Diablito. That's her favorite drink. She loves it, drinks it all the time. Anyways, come on by and cool down for this upcoming heat wave. I want to talk a little bit about the Public Works Department and what we do. We have a multitude of divisions that are in our department. We have our fleet division that maintains all of our heavy equipment, all of our vehicles. They keep our operations going. Without them, our operations would not be what it is. We also have facilities who maintain all of our buildings, whether it's in a park, the library, the municipal building, the council chambers, they maintain it all. And they do a great job of creating a conducive environment for all of our programs that we have going on. We also are in charge of trash and recycling that's at your house, and the bulk pickup that's at your house through our environmental services division. Another division that's really important is our traffic engineering division, and these are the guys that are out there working on the traffic signals and working on the street lights. One of the amazing things, I just want to brag about them for a little bit because they've done something pretty amazing here in the town of Queen Creek, and that is they are doing a traffic signal optimization program. We're the first municipality in the state of Arizona to use this software, and what it does is you install it on your traffic signals, and it gives you the optimal traffic signal timing for wherever you have this placed. So just recently, we put this on the Ellsworth Road corridor, starting just south of Hunt Highway, all the way to Fulton Parkway. And what we've shown in just a little bit of time that we've done that is we reduced the delay time, which is the time that you spend at a red light. We've reduced that by 18% by using this new software. So over the next year and a half to 2 years, we are going to be bringing this town-wide. That is our hope, to bring this town-wide. Another one of our divisions is our capital improvement division. These guys are responsible for all the streets, putting in all the new streets. They put in all the new buildings. They are the builders, basically, of the town. And I'm going to spend a little bit more time on that in just a couple of minutes, telling you what they've done and what we're in the middle of doing, because I know transportation is a big issue, and we've spent about $150 million over the last 5 years. We're going to be spending about another $150 million over the next 5 years, and I want to show you where we're going with that. And then our other division is our municipal grounds division, and these guys do a fantastic job. They take care of all the grounds town-wide, including our trails, our parks, our municipal complex, all of our well sites. They maintain it all, and they do a great job of doing that. Yeah, did that. Yep. Yep. Oh, and our streets division, yes. Can't forget the most important people is our streets division, who maintain the streets. Actually, they do all the street sweeping, maintaining the street, doing pavement preservation. And I got to say, we have one of the best pavement condition indexes in the valley, and that's a shout out to our streets gang and the way that they maintain our streets. And what that means is we have the smoothest streets with the least potholes, and that's something to be proud of. Our council is committed and has been committed to making sure that the streets group has enough funding to adequately maintain our streets, and it certainly shows if you're out there driving around. As a matter of fact, we just finished up a nice project I'm sure most of you will be happy to hear about on Queen Creek and Sauceman Road. There's a big dip in the road there, but there isn't anymore. We got that big dip taken care of, and now it's smooth sailing through that intersection. So you'll be glad to see that tomorrow as you're traveling down Queen Creek Road. Like I said, I do want to spend a little bit of time talking about our transportation element that our CIP group is doing. I want to share with you a board here that shows all the projects that we've done. And these are just the projects that we have done since 2017. So all these projects here are new roadways or newly widened roadways. And I really want to point out some of the roadways here because it's pretty important as to how we did these roadways and the sequencing that we did these roadways. If you see 2, 3, and 4 here, these are all, well, actually 3 and 4, 3, 4, 9, 11, and 12 down here. These are all new roadways, even 6 over here. These roadways didn't exist before. They're new mile road corridors, and the reason why we put those in before we started doing the widening that's currently going on is we wanted to allow additional circulation throughout the town, give the residents and the motorists more options of how to get somewhere. So this is about $150 million of work that we've done here since 2017. Obviously, many people are happy with Rittenhouse Road from Riggs to Ocotillo that just finished up. Big project there. Took a little longer than we wanted. We started that right when COVID hit, so we got a lot of delays with people being out with COVID, but that is now finished up, and I'm sure everybody's happy to see that. And then this next board here is what we are currently working on. And you can see there's a lot of roadways that we're working on here throughout the town. The orange means that it's in construction or about to go to construction, and blue means it's still in design. Now, most of these that are in design are about to finish up, so they'll be going to construction here shortly as well. But you can see with all these roads going to construction, it was really important for us to add those additional roadways, that additional circulation for people to get around as we start these major widening projects. Some of the most notable is the number 1 here that we're partnering with the City of Mesa on, and the number 2 here that we're partnering with Pinal County on. Those are new roadways that are going to go up to the soon-to-be 24 that comes over here that's going to be going to Ironwood Road. Now, most of you probably already know that the 24 is going to open up next August, and it's going to carry traffic all the way from Ironwood. So from Ironwood all the way to Ellsworth to get onto the 202, it's going to extend out that far. So our goal is why ADOT is working on that. Our goal as a town was we wanted those additional north-south roadways to connect to the 24. So we're working on Meridian Road, we're working on Signal Butte Road, and those will be done in time when the 24 opens. So the goal is when the 24 opens, Meridian opens, and Signal Butte opens. So this is really going to give the residents 3 additional ways to get onto the 24. Right now, as everybody is brutally aware, the only way to get onto the 24 is going down Ellsworth Road. But in a year from now, you're going to have 3 other options, and it's going to be a lot easier to get around, and it's really going to go a long, long way of solving our traffic problem here in the town of Queen Creek. So that's our transportation program. I'd be happy to answer any questions that you might have on that.
No questions yet, but
okay.
If you want to talk a little bit about what's going on with the dog park, shifting gears a little bit.
Okay, yeah. So the dog park, right now we're doing some renovations on the dog park. So we got a temporary dog park that's going to be set up at Desert Mountain Park, Founders Park, I'm sorry. New temporary dog park being set up at Founders Park. We really need to shut down the existing dog park. I think many of you dog lovers like I am, we visit the park, the grass gets really run down. It's actually very hard to maintain dog park grass for obvious reasons. So we're going to shut that down. We're going to redo the whole thing. We're going to really revive that area. It's long overdue, but you'll still have a place to take the pups, and that's over at Founders Park. Another thing I wanted to mention here real quick, it is very important to mention, and that is, especially with our transportation program here, our partners. We have a lot of partners regionally that are a big part of our transportation program. We've got Pinal County, who's a great partner with us, working on Meridian Road and some things on Ironwood Road. And we just wouldn't be as far as we are with these projects if it wasn't for Pinal County. We also have Maricopa County. A big shout out to Maricopa County. They were huge partners in Riggs Road from Power all the way to Rittenhouse, helping us get that in. And without their help, there's just no way that that would have happened as soon as it did. So a big shout out to Maricopa County. And we also have Gilbert, who helps us out a lot over on the Power Road alignment area, and the city of Mesa, our neighbors to the north, who are helping us with some projects, including Signal Butte Road and Germain Road. One project of note that you guys will probably be very glad to hear about is the City of Mesa and Maricopa County Department of Transportation and the town of Queen Creek are all about ready to enter an intergovernmental agreement to start the ultimate design on the intersection of Sossaman Road and Germain Road over the Union Pacific Railroad. This is about a $13 million project. The three partners have agreed to get started on design, so we're hoping to get started on that at the very early part of 2022 coming up here, January or February, which is our goal for getting that project online. So exciting news there, and a shout out to all of our regional partners, which have just been tremendous, and we would not have been able to accomplish as much as we have accomplished in roadways if it weren't for our partners. We have actually added, over the last 3 years, 47 new lane miles of roadway in the town of Queen Creek. That's pretty significant. 47 new lane miles here in the town of Queen Creek in the last 3 years.
So for the people who might have missed the council meeting 2 weeks ago, you just want to talk a little bit about how we're getting ahead of the delays that we were experiencing over the last year?
Yeah, great question. So the question is, how is the delays, the COVID delays, kind of affected the program, and what are we doing to kind of mitigate some of those delays that we've been having? And it was certainly a challenge. I've been doing this since 1989, and I have never seen the challenges that we have had through COVID. And it wasn't just the shortage of staff and the shortage of contractor staff, but it was the ability to get supplies, to get our steel poles for our traffic signals or for our street lights, and our fiber that run our optimization software and our traffic management center. All of those went from being 2 to 4 weeks out to being 6 to 8 months out, just literally almost overnight. So one of the things we're very thankful for is the forward thinking of our council, and our council has given us the go-ahead to buy these items in bulk. So now we are pre-ordering all of our traffic signal poles. We just ordered 20 miles of fiber. So we're ordering this stuff in bulk so that those projects that are coming up, the material will be here by the time those projects start, and we won't have any delay like we did over the last year with COVID. So again, just a big shout out to our council for allowing us to pre-order this stuff and be ahead of the game. So great question.
And then talk a little bit about how utilities play into building a road.
Yeah, we also have our utility division that does water and sewer, and it's really integral that the transportation people and the CIP group that's building the roads work hand in hand with the utility groups who are putting in the water and sewer. A lot of times in most of our roadways, if there isn't water and sewer, we're putting it in, and if there is, a lot of times we are upgrading that to either bigger systems or bigger lines. But it's really a great partnership that we have with our brother department that helps us bring these projects to fruition. So yeah, there's timing. We have to work closely together, and it all is working pretty good. So thank you. That's a great question. Thank you.
And then there are outside town utilities that we have to work with too.
Yeah. Outside. The question is there outside town utilities you have to work with? And there are. That's been another one of our biggest challenges through the COVID. A lot of these, you've got your Sprint, you've got your cable companies, you've got your gas companies and your electric companies, SRP primarily out here in the East Valley, but even they were kind of hit with COVID and kind of went to really reduce staff. And obviously they need to make sure that they have enough staff to handle emergencies. So when COVID hit, they really went into a pullback mode. So, but yeah, we have to work with all the different utilities to get a project completed. Most of the time when we're doing a roadway widening project, we have existing utilities that are in the way, and they have to move out of the way before we can start the road project. So you'll see a lot of times on a project where work is being done, and then for a couple months you don't see work, and then work is being done, and then for another month you don't see work. That is really the scheduling of those utility companies and trying to get them in there and get out of the way. And it was, you could see a drastic difference during the COVID shutdown, as it was really hard to get those utilities lined up and coordinated, just because they were so reduced on staff. So yeah, that's a great question, and that's one of the biggest challenges that our CIP people have in a project, is working with the outside utility companies and their schedules.
So as we wrap up, if you just want to recap your two boards again for those who've just joined us.
Okay. So yeah, we're just going to recap here. We're going to wrap up. This is the last day of the ice cream show. So we're finishing out with Public Works and Transportation and everything that we are trying to get done here in the town. So thank you guys for joining. But before we go, I just wanted to wrap up on these two boards. Again, these are our ongoing projects that we have going on throughout the town. So yes, we're going to have a lot of construction. We appreciate your patience as we're trying to make a better roads ahead for the town. It'll pay off. And like I said, in about a year, when we connect to the 24 and everything connects to the 24, you're really going to see that burden lifted, and things are really going to start to turn around for us. So we appreciate your patience over the next year as we get some of these projects going and completed. And just again, for the projects that we finished over the last 3 years, about $150 million worth, about $150 million more coming over the next 3 years. Close to $300 million that we're putting into the transportation infrastructure. It's a high priority, if not one of the highest priorities for the town council, and they've certainly showed that by giving us the human resources and the financial resources to get this stuff done for you guys, and great things coming. So thank you very much. Really appreciate your time. We're going to be here for about another 10 minutes. If anybody wants to stop by and chat or ask me any questions, we'll be here. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.